Hello, and welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts Shipyard Challenge. Today's challenge is not as much a challenge as it was a spark of inspiration in the previous week's episode. Let's see here, who was it? Level 98 bear hunting armor expressed his love for on Echelon turrets. So that's the topic for today. I'm going to be building 2 battlecruisers, and we're going to be facing off against 4 German battlecruisers. 1915, because that's kind of the this is a fitting year for an Echelon turrets. Okay, by that point, they weren't really building ships with an Echelon turrets anymore, but I guess they were still in service, so that's what we're going with. And if you have an idea for what I should do next Monday, post it down in the comments below. Let's see. 55 resistance, 57, okay. So they're not going to be super tanky, either of these ships. I'm going to drop the speed down to the max optimal speed. Veteran crew, because why not? Yeah, all these towers seem pretty good. That's huge, though. Let's see, what do we have for secondary tower? I guess I need to pick a small-ish secondary tower if I am to fit a lot of an Echelon turrets on this hull. I can fit that one, I guess. So, rules for my design. While I do need to have a lot of guns, because I do need to be outgunning a superior number of enemy ships, only 2 turrets can be on the center line, the A turret and the X turret. No barbettes, no mirrored wing turrets. They have to be on Echelon. So, let's see, I can fit one here and one there. It makes for a pretty long engine room, but it is what it is. I guess coal might not be a bad idea. Seeing as I get plus 7.5% resistance from it. We'll see if I can get that up to a decent number. Minus 19% gun damage is not worth it. But it's better than minus 13. We'll see what it ends up with the rest of the things. So 13 Mark III. Let's just plop down the center turrets for now. And see what else we can pick for options. Crop 4 is possible. And Citadel 3. Minus 30% gun damage. Minus 26%. But better engine efficiency. And with oil, I do get that up to 130%. I guess it's not that bad, really. Yeah, we can go with that. Let's see. increased AP maybe. No, let's go standard ratio. Not sure if I'm gonna go with a lot of secondary guns on this. Probably not. I don't think there are that many places I can fit them. Coincidence 3, best I can get. It doesn't add that much weight. I do get a plus 3% gun aiming speed, but it's not that much, is it? Nah. Okay. So for this, let's turn off auto mirror. And check out these side guns. What can we fit? And how many? One there. Can't really I would like it to be able to fire to this side. Maybe if I widen the beam just a little bit. Give me a little bit more room to work with. I got a pretty hefty 4-weight offset. I can probably fiddle with some armor to make that better. Or if I go for... I guess that don't fit there. No. A single funnel here. That's a pretty good funnel. And then induced boiler? Yeah. Yeah, that's a little bit better. Okay, so it still technically has an arc of fire across the beam. It's just not amazing, but it is what it is. And now here we go. That does kind of work. Oh, it flips itself around. It's a little bit hard to make it work without getting like a starboard offset. I guess this has to be like there. Okay, so the arcs are kind of bad. But I mean, that's a decent amount of turrets that could potentially all fire at the same target. Ah, didn't mean to take it off. There we go. That looks a little bit better. gives me a better idea of what their actual arcs will be. It's a little bit annoying to select them without accidentally moving them. And ruining all the careful work that I did. So now only this one does not have the ability to fire across the beam. There we go. So these two are kind of restricted in where they can fire. These two are a little bit more forgiving. And it's gonna be difficult to get all 6 turrets firing at one target, but it can be done. So that's potentially quite a lot of firepower. Nice, okay. Let's not fiddle with that anymore. Let's see, armor quality is 130%. What can I pen? At 15,000. 13 inches of belt armor. And at max range, we're only at 5.6 inches of deck pen. It's still quite a lot. Yeah, it's only past 15,000 meters that 4 inches of deck pen is going to be possible. And even then, it's like not guaranteed. If I do go with a funnel here, that increases the forward offset, yeah. No, I think I do want a second funnel. Then down to natural boilers again. And I think I can kind of solve that forward offset by... No. Not really that much. I guess we can live with it. Belt armor, that's... okay. 10.8 is the maximum belt armor. So, that choice was made. Let's go 5 and 5. And 2 on the superstructure. 12 on the conning tower is doable. Now, as for turrets, I could make these 13.5. And I can still fire across the beam. That is good. If I make them a little bit longer, they are now 41 calibers. Reload time is pretty good, 32.4 seconds. If I make them 45s, that would be... let's try 6%. 44. No, no, it doesn't work. There we go. No? I guess they have to be standard length. Otherwise, I would have to do all of that all over again. And no, I'm not doing that. Let's go 14, 12, and 6. In fact, I think those turrets need all the help they can get. What is my flash fire chance? 5.1%. That's not too terrible. AP range is 21.7, which is decent enough, I guess. So 2.4 is the max for the first inner deck. That's only slightly better than the... I think I'd just rather add an inch of armor to the main deck for the amount of weight that would cost me. So that times 4 would be 17.2 inches. Like, that is better than the main belt, and like the main belt is restricted to 10.8 inches. So in this case, the second inner belt might actually be worthwhile investing in, just because normally I would take this displacement and just put it on the actual main belt, but here it's limited. So that is what it is. Range is plenty good, even dropped down to minimum. I can even go with that. And better anti-flood. It didn't weigh that much, actually. You know what? They might have torpedoes. They are AI-designed battlecruisers, so that's a very real possibility that they have torpedoes. And with heavy shells, flash fire chance jumps up to 10.4%. I mean, it's kind of worth it though. My pen goes up by a lot, as does the damage. So maybe worth it. I guess I'm gonna armor up the extended belts and decks, seeing as I have the spare displacement. Not that many options for casemate mounts on this hull. Oh yeah, I turned off auto mirroring. That's fine. Forweight offset went up by a lot. %17.7%. Okay, then aft belt and aft deck. There we go, a little bit better. Mostly for balancing purposes. And I guess when I said that no barbettes, that was mainly for the main gun turrets, so I can add a secondary gun here. I just decided that yes, that is okay. I can actually add 2-inch guns to the tops of the turrets, but no more than 2-inch guns. Yeah? I mean, okay. I guess it's as good as it can get. Not that many more places I can add stuff without ruining the already poor arcs of fire that I have for these main guns. Let's grab a screenshot for the thumbnail. And yeah, kind of shows off what we're all about here. Let's see what kind of battlecruisers the AI cooks up, and if we can beat them, being outnumbered 2 to 1. Alright, the AI has cooked. And the AI has understood that super firing guns on barbettes is a good idea. Let's see, enemy is north. There they are. And they seem to be outranging us. 14-inch guns. Only Mark IIs, though. But quite long range. They got less armor, but not that much less. In all actuality. Let's take a look at these boats. Yeah, that's not bad, AI. That's not bad. Decent speed, okay armor. Maybe a little bit overboard on the secondary spam, but all in all, I'm kind of liking this. -3 beam, -11 draft. Yeah. And being German battlecruisers, I think they got better resistance than mine. So we're gonna have to speed up a little bit and close in. See if we can put our superior number of guns to use. .9 kilometers is my range. There we go, we're firing. And of course, the layout of these guns means that actually angling is not going to be a thing that we can effectively do. Let's target those two. Prince Consort has already taken some pretty mean hits. Let's see, you got Cordite 2 and Dunite though. I guess best bet here would be to score some flash fires. I don't know their actual flash fire channels, but it's probably higher than mine. Prince Consort has decided to fire at every other target than the one I ordered her to, but that's fine. Get the rest of those turrets in the game. There we go, getting some partial pens on Baden. hitting Prince Consort pretty hard. Range is now 15.8 kilometers, which is pretty much where I want it to be. There we go, big hits on Baden. But I'm kind of lagging behind in the damage race. Not that badly though, better than expected. Damaged some of the guns on Baden. They have not exploded though, so not as effective as I'd hoped. Leipzig is almost undamaged. Prince Consort is not really firing that effectively. Because of the damage instability debuff to accuracy. Audacious! There we go, flash fire on Baden. Okay, Audacious, you get to switch targets now to Leipzig. Prince Consort, you're not really effective anyway. Seedlitz. And yeah, Baden is done. No use in wasting any more shells on her. And even if she doesn't sink, she's no longer effective. Main guns are out of the game. So one enemy ship effectively down. Again, I was too late to zoom in and actually watch the flash fire fireworks, but it happened. Okay, they're out of range now. Out of range of my guns, but I'm still in range of theirs. Yeah, they were able to speed up once the Baden was left behind. Meanwhile, the damage on Prince Consort is holding me back. They got plenty of ammo, of course. Do they have increased ammo too? Standard and light shells. Okay. So even with Dunite and what was it? Cordite 2. With light shells, might not be that explosive. Okay, getting into range again. Let's flatten out that angle and get those guns pointed at the enemy. Prince Consort has now also lost the main tower. And it's basically down to Audacious to actually do some damage now. If she can score some more flash fires on Leipzig. Oh, we actually need to get even closer. This is like very much at the edge of where my guns are effective. So their cordite propellant might have cost them the bottom, but it's keeping their guns effective at ranges where I cannot hit them. Poor Prince Consort. Not having a good day. It's still in range, just barely. Could also detach Audacious and get her closer because she can reach speeds higher than what Prince Consort is capable of at the moment. Okay, they're closing in. Well, this is risky, giving them a flat broadside. And they got those big 14-inch guns. My guns aren't that much smaller, and I've got more of them. And I'm firing heavy shells. Looks like I'm getting all my guns on target, pretty much. These Audacious is completely unharmed. Is that an ammo detonation on Leipzig? Yes, but secondary battery. By the looks of things. And they're turning away again. But now with Leipzig damaged. Well, they did have torpedoes. With Leipzig damaged, the rest of them should not be able to go that fast. Audacious, switch to Sachsen. Leipzig seems to be out of the fight. Audacious has performed exceptionally well. No, they're just leaving the Leipzig behind. And also, she's sinking. Okay, 2 down. Well, technically 1 down and 1 incapacitated. Are they gonna try and close in again? Because I liked it when they did that. And Baden has surrendered. Where was she? Out of sight. But what happened there? Was it a fire still going? Slowly taken away at the crew? Maybe. Okay, so 2 actually out of the fight. Means I could potentially withdraw now and claim it as a victory. 2 sunk enemy battlecruisers for 1 heavily damaged. They have ceased fire, and they are also out of HE. Yeah, they had max AP on their guns. I should have gone for more AP myself. Prince Consort is actually out of AP for the 2 centerline turrets. As is Audacious. There's up to the Echelon turrets, basically. But it's now 2v2. Which means a fair fight, in theory. Yeah, they're steaming along at 27 knots. I'm doing 15.3. It's time for Audacious to be a little bit audacious. Sidelets. Let's try and take out the lead ship. And either make them come towards Prince Consort, or at least slow them down enough that she can limp herself into range. And we're closing in. Not very quickly, but getting there. I mean, that is not terrible armor at all. That's very, very usable armor. Decent partial pen on sidelights. If I can only score some more flash fires, that would be great. We're down to 16 kilometers. But if I want to go all broadside and expose all my guns, they're just going to open the distance again. .9, 14.8. Damaging main guns, but not taking them completely out. Now, they're broadside. If you want to fight broadside, let's do it. Of course, I need to actually hit and pen. Seedlets now getting punished. Let's force AP. At least for the turrets that still have AP. Yeah, we can get the sailets. Standard bulkheads. Saxon is just leaving sailets behind. Might not get to hunt the Saxon if she's just gonna run. Also, running low on AP. I'm gonna save it for where I have some very, very good shots at closer range. Full broadside. I've got only 16 rounds left. If we can cause another flash fire, then Seedlitz is also done. doesn't seem to be happening. Like, I'm doing structure damage, but not really incapacitating any serious systems. Okay, this is where we start forcing some AP. "12 rounds left." There we go. That's the kind of damage I was after. And Sealitz is done. 2 rounds of AP left. Will that be enough to sink the Saxon? Maybe, maybe not. .46 caliber lengths. That's a pretty long 14-inch gun. Oh yeah, out of range, of course. HE has less range. Let's just speed up. See if we can get closer. Or chase it towards Prince Consort. That's a plan. I should have gotten a couple of flooding hits on Seedlets previously. Let's see, your range is now 19.6. 19.1 is what I need. $19.4. Fuel 25%. Yeah, if there's any consolation, it's that the AI is gonna run out of fuel before I do. Not sure if that is because they just don't have as much fuel. No, it should be burning at the same rate, so 24%, 56%. Yeah, it's probably because they got less engine efficiency, I would guess. Yeah, turbines and natural boilers. It's just kind of running. And technically, they are in range of me, but they're not firing. So, I'm just going to end it here, I think. Because that's just going to take a while to chase down the Saxon, and I don't really have the ammo for it. But we sank 3 of the 4 enemy battlecruisers. Well, we sank 2. The third one surrendered. But I guess it counts as a kill. So 3 out of 4. Not bad. Prince Consort took some pretty serious damage, making her not really an effective fighter for most of the battle. Audacious did most of the work, having taken a couple of hits, but nothing really major. And of course, then running out of AP shells in a very, typical way. Maybe increased AP or, yeah, I went with standard ratio. I think increased AP would have worked a little bit better. But you never know. Sometimes the AI brings ships where you wish you had more HE, and sometimes they don't. And today I wanted more AP. So, let's just go back and look at the boat that I built with the Echelon turrets. I hope you found this a kind of tasteful design built within the limitations. A little bit min-maxy maybe with the 4 Echelon turrets, but it did work. I think the actual practical arc of fire is actually better than what is depicted here, because when you're firing at range, the guns are elevated, and this green line here might only be at 0 elevation. And at other elevations, the gun barrels are gonna, point safely over the neighboring turret. At least it seemed as if the arc of fire was not really that restrictive, but I could be wrong. So that's it for this week. I will see you next Monday for more Shipyard Challenge, while we are waiting for the Dreadnought Improvement Project for patch 1.7. When that happens, I'm going to start another campaign. And I'll probably keep doing this too on Mondays. But until next Monday, I think I'm mostly going to play Stalker 2. Leave your suggestion or challenge or idea for next Monday in the comments below. Goodbye, and take care.